Well, yes, I'm a Linux user, and I do reviews of games that run on Linux on my YouTube channel. I stream to Hitbox and Twitch on a regular basis, and on a rare occasion, I'll release some music that I've written.
Don't everybody go at once.
That's you. You
I
go.
guess me. All right. What's my name? Osiris, and I am at Osiris everywhere on the interwebs. Just Osiris. Google that shit. And I do mostly Linux stuff, gaming, mostly Linux gaming stuff to be exact, and gaming stuff in general. How to's, tutorials, fix its, blah blah blah. Just check out the channel, and you'll understand.
My turn.
Yes, Domo, go.
Hey guys, it's me, Keith May with AMD Red Team Plus, and I'm here to spend some time with some really cool people and talk about hardware and games and other stuff. And I have a YouTube channel and a Twitter channel and a Twitch channel, all under the same name. So if you're not already there, get there. We'll do some stuff.
What? No audio, bro?
It is now. I got it. Woo! I still had the exploit set to the Yeti. Damn it, because I always switch between them. Alright, I think I'm good now. Y'all let me know in chat if y'all can hear me now. Well, that's weird, because I think the Yeti's completely off anyway. It shouldn't be, yeah, it shouldn't be picking up anything. Wow, I just looked like an idiot. I had, like, literally no audio.
Yeah.
Last but not least, I'm Chris Dude on TechTube. Pretty sure y'all seen me before if you're here. You can find me on YouTube at Chris Dude TechTube, where I do this show that you're watching right here, and once in a while I'll do random like video game or benchmark clips, things like that. Stream to Twitch just about on a daily basis, and yeah, it's basically just doing this as a really awesome hobby. I really enjoy doing all this and hanging out with these really awesome people here, and so I guess let's go ahead and kick it off. Since we have two Linux gaming guys with us today, let's go ahead and talk about the new Windows. What does everybody think about that one?
What is Windows?
What is life?
Yes, what is that? I don't know.
Yeah, so there was some speculation and junk and whatnot that they were going to charge a subscription fee, but I believe that we've confirmed that's not happening now.
We've confirmed that nobody knows if it's happening.
So we don't know. Okay.
We've confirmed that we haven't confirmed that somebody has confirmed whether or not there will be a subscription model.
Right.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
That's right. All hail Gabe. So thing is, I'm sure you guys are aware that I did try the Windows 10 preview at launch, like the day it launched, and everything was awesome. Like I didn't really have any problems running any games or anything like that. But as soon as I went to go and do a damn podcast, it would not let me go live. And thankfully, Zeo Fox was there and fixed that one. But yeah, I wasn't too happy with it. So I hope they get all that crap fixed because yeah, not cool.
I will take my free copy.
I hear you. Yeah, I'll take the free copy. Hell yeah. I'm going to do a dual boot OS too.
To be clear to the people who are listening, I don't know if you said it, maybe I just didn't hear it, but it's a free copy only if you have Windows 7 or above.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Licensed.
Right.
Not you people who go into the bay full of those pirates.
Where you happen to have found a copy of Windows laying around.
Right.
Yeah.
By sailing the 7 servers.
Yeah. Under the guise of your VPN.
Right. I mean, it's an interesting progression for Windows, considering all of the things they've done in the last year. with the things with Linux, the open sourcing of stuff. It appears that they're shifting the business model because in case people don't know, Microsoft's money isn't in the desktop. Their money is in primarily enterprise and OEM selling of licenses.
Like
So
every other business that
yeah,
sells operating systems.
right.
It seems
So
like the new direction they're trying to take now is they're going to try to compete with the mobile market, with the titans like Android and Linux and things like that. And all I can say is good luck because they've pretty much got the market covered right now. But it's just some stuff I've been reading up on. It's not none of this crap's confirmed yet. Like we know a few things, but we just
it,
have to kind of play it by ear.
well, I don't really care about the new iteration of Windows because each Windows fixes things that should have been fixed. Of course, it gets a little bit better. Things are a little bit more smooth. Memory management's a little bit better. That's always the case.
Right.
But interesting thing is that Microsoft's stance on gaming. Microsoft's stance on gaming has not been a stance. It hasn't even been existed.
It's been. I know their stance. Xbox.
Yeah,
their stance.
that's pretty much been it.
Yeah.
And they seem to be we'll see. They seem to be recognizing the very lucrative PC market finally. Now what that actually means, whether they're gonna take a look at us and then give us some good stuff, or they're just gonna take a look at us and then try to jack us over, is what I want to know. Because they're
I'll say I'm taking with all of that. I'm taking a very much wait and see approach.
Yep.
Because Games for Windows Live has burned me so bad, and I still can't play Dirt 3.
Batman
Games
1
for
was one of
Windows
those.
Live. Oh my God, I could.
Mortal
talk about
Kombat,
that.
Batman 1, the list goes on of games
yeah.
for Windows Live.
BioShock, the original one.
Look,
Oh
if
my
you want
God.
if you want to play those games, you have to go find the workarounds now. Or sometimes Steam fixes it, I believe.
Yeah, some of the games have come off of Windows Games for Windows Live, like the Batman games are off of it. There's a few other games that come off of it. The only one, or I don't want to say the only one, but I know that Dirt 3 hasn't, and I'm still bitter about that.
Yeah.
Because Games for Windows Live doesn't exist. And to play it, you have to sign in to Games for Windows Live to save your game. You
Mortal
can start
Kombat
it.
also.
Oh, is it do the same thing with Mortal Kombat?
Yes, it took me forever to figure out how to get Mortal Kombat running.
You have to do a little bit of hacky. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So with that, I'm having to take a. We'll see what they do because, well, I mean, it's kind of like me and Ubisoft. There were times where I liked Ubisoft games. I like a lot of the stuff they've made in the past, but with the way they've been going, I'm not until they can prove that they're going to do right.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's obviously Windows is not my operating system of choice, but I always also like to see the gaming sphere grow whenever possible. And they seem to be wanting to do that. I don't care what they do. Just bring Halo to PC, please.
Yeah.
That's it.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
It would be.
They put the first Halo on PC, right?
Yeah, Halo 1 and 2 I think were on PC.
Oh, they did put 2 on there? I didn't know that. But I played the first one. I loved it, man. I think it was great on PC. But, yeah. Of course, what we want, we're not going to get. It's usually how it works. But, yeah. GTA 5, I'm waiting on that, too. My God. How many more times are they going to push it back? And
you know what? Let's just be honest. They can push it back to 2017, and A, it will sell, and B, I don't care. As long as when they do sell it, it works.
Yeah, same here.
No more broken games 2015.
And Rockstar is pretty good. Like, I got to give them credit because they're usually pretty good about their stuff. On PC, anyway. But consoles, I don't know. GTA 5 was kind of like hacked to hell. But
I don't know, man. GTA 4 was a
yeah, actually,
bastard
that was
to run.
pretty bad. That's another Windows Live one, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it took me a little while. And actually, when I got my my GTX 770, I couldn't play it at all. Like, I could not figure out how to get it to work at all. So,
Wow.
Yeah. Tried everything I could think of.
So according to Polygon, games like the new Fable and Forza will be able to be cross-played between Xbox and PC with the new Windows 10 setup.
That would be awesome.
So that means people who are on PC can play with people who are on Xbox.
That's what I've been waiting for.
All I gotta say is, we'll see. We will see.
It's one of those things that's so awesome that it's just probably not going to happen.
Well, the biggest issue between crossplay has always been the fact that PC fixes problems faster. So you get is a differences in version numbers, and those because of those differences, like PlanetSide 2, the developers straight out said because of those differences in the versions and the builds, they can't make them play against each other. So either I'm guessing the PC version will be broke, or that's probably what's going to happen. The PC version is going to suck somewhat.
Or it'll turn into, a lot of things will turn out like Hawken did.
Oh, yeah. Man, I bought into that early access. Yeah. Yeah, I did it.
Well, Hawken came out originally like it was going to be launched a long time ago, back when the Xbox 360 was fresh. Because I worked for GameStop at the time, and we had ads for it all the time. Hawken, coming, cross-platform gameplay for Xbox 360 and PC gamers playing on the same thing. And then it did this. It went away, and then it came back as a free-to-play game.
Yeah.
PC only, so.
That's terrible for the consolers.
Yep.
Come join the master race. You'll feel better.
Come over to the dark side.
Hey, those consoles do a really good job playing Netflix.
That is true.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, they do.
A little too expensive for that.
Yeah.
Roku.
Yep.
Yes, that.
Or Chromecast.
Guess what, guys? Guess what?
What's up?
Roku runs Linux.
I see what you did there.
You like that? You like that?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I got nothing but love for Linux. I just don't I don't have any space in here for it, though, just right now. I had a nice-sized SSD I was going to run it on, and then I put it in my wife's computer for a minute, and I was like, hey, I'm going to clone yours back to your old hard drive. She's like, if you touch it, I will break your kneecaps.
Oh, my God. Guys, hold on a second. I'm going to go fix this cat. I'll be right back. Again.
Are we gonna have a live cat fixing?
No,
Is that against terms of service?
I'm trying to prevent a live cat fighting. That's what I'm trying to do.
Cats, they're battling?
They're going to be. Yeah.
Look, I got some money we can put down on this. Which
All
one?
right. Here's your bets. You got little puss, fat puss, and orange puss. Take your bet.
The orange one just sounds weird, so I'm going against that one.
Okay.
I'm going for the fat one.
Okay, there you go. That's a pretty safe bet. Now the little one's a little crazy, and so might have something there too. But I'll be right back, y'all.
All right.
Go for it, Broham.
Ugh.
Yeah, so this is kind of interesting. But I have a feeling that Windows will mess this up because that's what they do.
Oh no, not Windows mess up. They have perfect launches.
And I recall back in the Windows 98 era, it blue screened on stage.
Have they showed off an operating system that didn't crash on stage?
I think Windows.
No, they haven't.
Never mind. That's true.
I remember back in the day, I was like, no, Vista's fine. It's perfectly fine. You don't have to use 7. And then I used 7 one day, and I was like, what was I doing?
It actually works.
This is what it should have been.
Vista sucked me in with like the really cool arrow effects and stuff like that. I was like, whoa, that looks so clean.
I was like, but you can go 3D, and you can rotate through the menus.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you remember the sidebar? Oh my God, was that a fail?
What was the sidebar?
The Vista sidebar, like where you have your widgets and stuff. Like it was a really cool idea in theory, but yeah, it just like every one of those widgets was a virus.
Yeah, I never used that. I like the one that told you your CPU what was it? Frequencies.
Oh, CPU meter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used that one for quite a while.
That's the only thing I really miss about 7.
Mhm.
I actually really like 8.1, not 8,
Yes.
8.1.
Yeah.
8.1 is good. It's very good. So hopefully when Windows 10 comes out, they don't break that.
Here's the sad part. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I like my start panel. I like that when I hit start, I've got a page that pops up with every application I use in the order that I want it to show up.
I might like it, but I never set mine up, to be honest.
Well, what I did was the last time I installed it, I said, look, I'm not going to install any third party applications. I'm going to see how long this takes for me to get used to it. And when I went through and I held control and right clicked every icon and deleted it and just started typing in what I wanted and it add to start and started moving them into the columns that I wanted them, I can do everything so much quicker now.
All right.
You know.
All right. Yeah. So Windows 10 is whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see when it comes out.
That's pretty much how it goes.
Here's a topic for you guys. How do you guys feel about Evolve, the old bait and switch tactic?
Oh, well, I did play.
Who wants to go first?
I'll touch on it really quickly. I played the beta. Okay, actively participated in the beta. I enjoyed the game. I thought it was okay, but even with what I played, they want $60 for like for that, and then they want to charge more. I don't know. Like I just don't know about that. Like they're gonna have to really bring something badass to the table to get me to buy it. So just saying. But
fuck that. Forget bringing something badass to the table. If you charge $60, which is historically known as the full price game,
yeah,
you can't ask me for more money in the game.
yeah.
No, and fucking no, and no.
Well, I mean, it's not like I would buy the game for $60 if they would just add a bunch of badass shit in there. But if they're gonna, microtransaction you to death and all that, of course I'm against all that. I don't, I never do that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I completely agree. The other thing that I run into is the whole fast pass.
Yeah.
Here's the game, but if you don't want to actually play it to get anything in the game, and you want to be top dog right off the bat, here, just pay for it.
Yep. And there goes all the fun of the game.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like let's just recap really quickly what the most popular games are on PC. Games like League of Legends, StarCraft, Counter-Strike,
Dota 2,
Team Fortress. Yeah. These are games that see hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people attached per day, and many of those are free to play with microtransactions. Some of them are not. But the thing is that they are A, fun to play, and B, they don't hit you in the head with microtransactions. Like you don't feel like you're required to pay anything to play Team Fortress 2 or Counter-Strike. You can easily just not even think about it and have just as much fun as the next person. Now your gun won't be as cool, but that's whatever. I don't feel like Evolve is a game that is a passive. I think from what I'm saying, it looks like it's actively trying to sell you stuff, and I hate when games are trying to sell me something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I like about the way Dota 2 does it. Which, I mean, let's just be honest. Nobody's got free to play down like Valve.
Yeah, agreed.
Valve's here's your screwdriver and everything you need to use it. But if you want it to be different colors, it'll cost you.
Right.
Right.
And I'm all cool with character skins and stuff like that, like cosmetic things. Nothing that'll directly affect the game. I'm all cool for that. But
it's not even that. Like Evolve had they're selling I think they have I don't know what kind of edition it is, but if you buy this edition of Evolve, you get this beast ass I don't know what the monster is called, but you get the monster that's super leveled right out the gate. Like it's free, so it's basically pay to play or pay to win or whatever the thing is for it.
Yeah, I was just telling Torn in the chat, I have taken a stance, and I've missed out on some stuff because I do it. I do not pre-order, and I do not buy DLC.
Right.
Oh man,
I agree with that 100%.
And I have to sell out on DLC.
like a game like Borderlands 2, which is one of the games that has tons of DLC, which I actually like. I don't buy the DLC. So what I usually do is wait till you get the game of the year, and just
Yes.
get all the DLC at the
Right.
same time.
Yeah, no, and that's fine. I like that
Okay.
model. That model goes, okay, we got all this stuff. Nobody's buying it. Let's put out this Game of the Year edition, and people will buy it.
Right.
And, like I've got some early access games, but they were given to me.
Hey,
You know.
Jack OOC in the chat says, did we hear about the GTX 970 VRAM issues?
Yes, we did.
Did we hear about that?
What is it? What did you call it? Jackalopeater?
Memory gate.
There we
Memory
go.
gate. There we go.
Everybody in chat, hashtag MemoryGate.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. I guess if somebody wants to explain what's actually going on here.
I think Mr. Jackalopeater would be the man for that.
See, I don't want people to. If I do it, everybody's
I'll
gonna.
do it.
No, okay. See, because
I'll
I'm
do it.
I'm not
I
gonna.
got a 780. I'll talk shit against NVIDIA
That's
because I don't like them all. I hate everybody equally.
awesome. That's the way to be.
So basically, the 970 is there was people reporting problems, stuttering, abnormal behavior when the VRAM filled up on it to 3.5 gigabytes of usage. And when it hit that, you'd get stuttering and like dips in your frame rate and all kind of like shit would just go haywire. And if you're a master race gamer and you're like, man, I got that 60 plus FPS, man, we trucking along, we're happy, things are going on, and then bam, 20 frames per second. Oh no, what's going on?
20.
Because you're 22 frames per second with a 970, and then you're crying and because your VRAM filled up. So basically, it's like this: the 970 comprises of one 3.5 gigabyte bank and one 0.5 gigabyte bank. Don't ask me why NVIDIA did this, but they said it's more efficient. So it optimally uses the first 3.5 gigabytes. When it hits the threshold, it's supposed to activate the second 0.5 gigabyte to I guess continue using VRAM, but apparently it doesn't do that. So NVIDIA says it's cool, it's okay. Nobody get your panties in a bunch. Nothing's
worry
wrong.
about it. It's all good.
But it's
What?
obviously something wrong.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay. I'm looking at a thread on Reddit about that because I was talking to somebody in TeamSpeak earlier about it, and they were like, "Well, how many games are really utilizing that RAM?" And I actually brought up Titanfall, and if anybody's in the chat's played Titanfall and ever paid attention to your memory usage, Titanfall will use up all of your VRAM before it goes into your system RAM. So if you've got 4 gigs available of VRAM, it's going to fill it up. My 290 was using 3.8 gigs
Yeah,
Of
I've had several
VRAM.
games do that.
At 1080p.
at 1080p.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've had several games do that.
And the thread I'm looking at on Reddit, that's what they're saying. Like, I'm running Titanfall and I'm not getting but 50 frames per second with my 970. What's going on?
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's the issue. And NVIDIA's response is what's the funny part. It's not so much that they chose to do their architecture this way. I'm pretty sure it saved them money, et cetera, et cetera. And if it worked, nobody probably would have noticed. But it's their response. That's the problem I usually have. Like, okay, admit that there's a problem, first of all. Because if you don't admit that there's a problem and your consumer base finds the problem, and your consumer base is not stupid people. It's just like, these are people who...
They do research. If you're buying a $300+ video card, chances are you're going to do a lot of research before you buy it.
And then you're going to have a certain percentage of those people who are actually technically in the know. And then they're going to inform the people who are really in the know, like certain websites who actually know what's going on. And you're going to get outed. So fucking just admit it in the beginning instead of trying to make us look like the dumbasses and we don't know what we're talking about. And then fix it. And then we can all be happy at the end of the day. I just don't like when companies just act like we don't know what we're doing. And
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, what I was going to say is, and there's also been, the talk on the overclock.net forums where NVIDIA's told their users that that it's a known problem and they're working on a fix, but their public response is, it's a feature.
Wow, it's a feature.
Yeah.
Being broke is a feature nowadays. How times changed.
My criticism with that is their market. If anybody watched the live stream on PC Per about the GTX 960, they're now referring to what they're calling their memory bandwidth as effective memory bandwidth. So and even Ryan from PC Per gave them crap about it. He's like, "Oh, so you're just making up terms now?" No, yeah, we're just it's what it
No.
is. So my response now is, so is is 4 gigs effectively 3.5?
Okay, so if people don't know, me and Atomic Ass are on a podcast called Linux Tech and Gaming with Ubu, the tech guru, or Ubuntu Addicted. So we spend a lot of time ripping on AMD because of
Oh boy,
problems
do we?
because of problems on Linux. Okay, so to be fair, let's just talk about Nvidia today on Windows. Let's just get into this shit about their presentation. First of all, why do they keep comparing the 900 series to the fucking 600 series? Who fucking cares about the 600 series? Who is like, what?
We're over that.
God, the people who are buying 300, 400, 500, and $1,000 video cards don't care about the 600 series GTXs. If I have, if I'm buying a 980, I probably had a 780 or a 770 at the least. So why do you guys keep comparing it to some old ass chip and then giving me reasons why it's like, no, because you know why? The 960 is the same as the damn 760. That's why. And they can't tell nobody that because they're retarded. That's why.
That's good stuff right there.
Well, I can look into it and see sort of where they're coming from, because they're trying to compare. They're comparing the power draw and the CUDA core count and the efficiency increases that they've made. So the best way to do that is to take the same tier of video cards and go back. Because their excuse is the 700 series is Kepler, just like the 600 series. Look, I'm an AMD guy, and I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. So I mean,
you're not selling me that bag of chips.
Just go ahead and throw that out there.
I'm trying to see it from their perspective. I'm not buying it. You're not selling me the snake oil.
Because I think we're the minority. The general consumer does not care. The general consumer wants to know how much has it advanced from last year. The 960 has not advanced from the 760. I don't care about the 50-watt saving. How much does 50 watts add to your electric bill per year?
Not shit over here.
You know what's funny? My 3770K or 3770K rig overclocked. My bill's the same as with my 8350, and it's overclocked further.
Yes, it's so insignificant. It does not matter. Yes, there is a good reason to have a lower TDP and lower wattage draw and all that stuff. Yes, there's other reasons, but at the end of the day, people who reach really deep down into their pockets to buy this type of stuff want performance. Like if you buy a Corvette with all the trimmings, you didn't buy it for the gas mileage. No. You know what I'm saying?
Are you buying your high-end video cards so that based on purely on wattage usage so that you can buy a cheaper power supply?
Right, exactly. No, come on.
Not here.
Skewing the facts.
I'm sure there's some people who really do care about the power draw because they don't want to see their light dim slightly when they turn their computer on.
Yeah.
Yes, there's people like that, and then there's people who build micro ATX and HTPC. Yeah, there's reasons, but there's also cards specifically for that.
Yeah. Now, I will say when those power savings come into effect, multi-GPU setups. If you're wanting to run 3 or more, because a wall outlet can only take so much. I don't know. I'm trying to find a reason.
There's no reason. They're trying to spin. It's something like watching Fox News. The spin factor is real.
Oh yeah, a buddy of mine called me earlier. He's like, "Have you seen the spin? Get the spin on it, Jim. Spin it."
It's ridiculous. Like I find stuff like that. Like I don't even know. It doesn't make sense to me how they. No, this is the part I have the problem with. How they just blatantly think that we don't know. Like I watched the live event with PC Per and the representative from Nvidia. The
Oh,
whole chat is going wild. Why do you keep saying 660? What like the whole chat is saying it. The IRC is saying it. The Twitch chat is saying it. Twitter is saying it. Everybody is saying it. But yet he keeps saying 660. Like what?
Tom Peterson. Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name.
Oh, I remember his name because I
The
always
re-
like to see his response to, adaptive sync.
Oh yeah, so that was another thing. So Nvidia, who stands to lose nothing by making their cards compatible with adaptive sync, free sync, whatever the hell you want to call it these days. Said,
Yeah.
oh my god.
See
So
the.
they
You know,
go ahead.
no, no, no. Well, what I was going to say is that the misconception is that it is an AMD technology, and that it is only AMD FreeSync. The adaptive sync, the DisplayPort 1.2a standard for adaptive sync is an open standard. It's up to the display vendors whether they want to support it or not. The AMD FreeSync is just a validation that it does support up to a certain spectrum of the shifting. I can't think of it. That
Yeah, I know what you mean.
that's what that is. It doesn't cost anything. It's just ASUS says, "Hey, I got this coffee cup. Can you check it out and see if it meets the standards?" And they say, "Yeah, it meets it." Okay, stamp.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all that is. I don't.
It doesn't make any sense. So I think their reasoning is, I think if I understand him correctly, he is saying that they cannot support it because it would require like architectural changes or some shit. I don't know. The point is, Nvidia, they're okay, but you keep making these things that are proprietary, meaning that for me to get the experience that I think I should have, I have to buy your stuff. And I'm never going to be okay with that. I'm never going to be okay with I have to buy something to to play a game in this industry under just your part. Because once it gets to that point, it's a monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
And a monopoly is never good for a consumer.
No.
Yep.
Got any other topics that?
Well, for one thing, I want to give a shout out to all the viewers. This is the most live viewers I've ever had at one time, so I want to thank everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us.
I
Yeah.
appreciate all of the interaction. I've been having fun in the chat.
Yeah. And y'all be sure to hit that follow button too, and be sure you follow all these guys as well.
I know all these people just about.
I know most of them. There's only a couple
I know
I
most
don't
of
know.
them. That's awesome though. Yeah. So
So we
I'm
got,
gonna get off that. I'm gonna get off that rant box because I
Yeah.
just thought it was fair that since we spend a fair amount of time giving AMD a little bit of flack on a Linux show, and on the Windows show we're gonna give Nvidia some flack.
Well,
they deserve it
fair
too.
Yeah, and you got to give me some credit, guys, because I accept it, and I don't. I
That's true.
take it as constructive criticism.
Yeah,
That's true.
Jackalopeater is a very real dude.
The whole AMD Red Team and Red Team Plus have been very cordial and very respectable of our situation.
Very good.
Yeah.
Even Sam and you guys gonna have to remind me of the names. I'm terrible.
Roy.
There you go. Roy
Yeah.
have been respectable
Yeah.
about it. I just and I understand our percentage share in the market, et cetera, finances, corporations, blah blah blah. It goes on. It happens. But freedom is in open source. Just let them know.
Yep.
And AMD has supported open source more than any other hardware vendor that I can think of off the top of my head. So we just like to see them get on board.
So Atomic, you having any luck with your drivers?
Nope.
Oh man.
This device cannot start. What?
It happens. We thank you again for coming on tonight, though. Really cool, even on such
Sure.
short notice.
Xbox One. Oh, so okay. I mean, I don't know. Do you have another topic?
You go ahead, Osiris. I'm racking my brain because there
I
hasn't
can
been
talk
too
shit
much
about
going on.
everything all day.
Oh, I hear you.
If you give me a topic, I can talk.
Steam machines.
Oh, Steam
March
machines.
2015 GDC. The controller has been finalized.
Is it?
And since me and Atomic are the
Is it-
Linux experts here,
Is it a
we can
piece of
talk about
crap? Does it not
Are
live
you
up to
asking
the
me?
hype?
it does not live up to the hype with the two Gaben
Oh.
nipples. No.
Controller?
You will not be rubbing any Gaben nipples.
Oh man.
Do we have the control? Do we have a look at the controller?
I will post the link of the look of the controller. I can do that.
You see, I liked the original design of the controller with the touch screen in the middle, the haptic feedback touch pads on either side, and some buttons on the back.
Interestingly enough, that's still what's on the Steam website, Atomic. That
Yeah.
build.
That one. Why the fuck aren't they making that? I've got a wallet full of cash here ready to throw at them. Why don't you make this?
I don't. Yeah, I'd love.
I don't get that. I'm putting it in the Skype guys. The link. I guess I'll post it to the chat too. They can take a look.
Yeah, send it to the chat. Hold on, wait. Is this the final one?
I believe so.
Got here.
So it does have the haptic feedback?
No.
What is
Oh, wait. Wouldn't it? This was 16 days ago. No, this is not right.
Oh, okay, I was about to say because that's kind of
Oh.
pretty.
Yeah, I actually kind
No,
of like that.
This is not the last one I've seen. No. Let me take another look then, because that's not right. I got too many windows open.
Sling-a-ring in the chat.
Oh, Slangerang in the house.
He missing all the Osiris rage.
He did.
What's up, Slang?
Slangerang, your powers have grown. You now have the band hammer.
Yeah, Sling missed the pimp rage.
The pimp rage. Yeah, all the new. Okay, here it is. I'm just going to copy image URL because these.
I'm with Imbode there.
Let's see what we got here.
He
Okay.
he said that he could care less about the Steam machine itself, but is more interested in pushing Linux as a platform. I think they're
Yeah.
kind of integral at this point.
Yeah. So here's how I feel about that. The Steam machine is a widespread consumer product, right? So, like the Roku, like Android, like anything else that's Linux based, that's out in the wild, that most people probably don't even know is Linux. This could grow the market for Linux desktop. Linux has, without a doubt, succeeded in almost every aspect of computing, except for the desktop, like just the desktop. Like they've taken over the cell phone market. They take over the server market. They've taken over every market but the desktop. Steam machines in the living room, if it was successful, would bring games to the desktop. Now, if you guys could overclock, play your games, do all the same things you do on Windows, and not have to pay Windows, pay Microsoft, and be under the Microsoft walled garden, wouldn't that be a thing? I don't think anybody would care.
Yeah, I'm. Gaming is what's kept me on Windows.
Exactly.
That's the only reason I've stayed with it.
And it's exactly why I dual boot. And that's the only reason why I dual boot. All my work gets done on Linux. The whole podcast that me, Atomic, and Ubu do are on Linux. We live stream through Linux. We record it through Linux. I edit the audio and post the audio to our website on Linux. The website was made on Linux. Everything we do is on Linux. It's not that it's not capable. It's just that there's not games made for it. And
As many.
yeah, as many. There's lots of games made for it, imported to it. And we got to get developers to stop making DirectX games. DirectX is DirectX is not superior to OpenGL.
No, it's
Direct
Well, those aren't comparable though.
Right.
DirectX is a suite, and OpenGL is just the video end of it. And to be fair, I would consider DirectX to be a decent kit,
Yes.
which it has no analog on Linux or macOS.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, this is a question for Atomic and Osirez. Torn TV in chat wants to know if he's never used Linux, he's a Windows 7 user. What would you guys recommend as the easiest? Or I say, you know where I'm getting at. If he's gonna go to Linux, where would you recommend he start?
That's tough because Linux is about choices, and there is a lot of choices. But I can narrow it down to Mint or Ubuntu. That's my choices.
That would be my recommendation too.
Okay, all right. So, Mint or Ubuntu?
Yes.
No,
Don't
which one? I'm gonna make you pick.
What? All right. Let me think about it. I'm gonna say Ubuntu because Ubuntu is the most popular, and it's supported by Steam, and it's the most supported online. If you need to go Google an answer, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be an Ubuntu answer.
All right. Now,
that Ubuntu desktop.
Now, have either one of you guys used Elementary OS?
I've taken a look at it. I have not personally used it.
Okay.
But,
Jack in chat says that he really likes it.
No, it's great. What Elementary? I know about Elementary. What it does is it emulates the prettiness and the tidiness of OS X, but it's on Linux. So it's a really nice presented desktop, but it's Linux. But once you get started in something, you just kind of hunker down and just stick with it. And I'm a KDE person. I'm not sure what Atomic's using at the moment.
Using a cut up KDE with the awesome window manager.
Well, there you go. He Frankenstein some shit.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna be doing some Linux work soon, and I'm probably going with Ubuntu just for the reason that you guys mentioned, that it's the easiest one to get answers for quickly.
I've actually used Ubuntu before about 3 or 4 years ago, I believe, and I had a pretty good experience with it, just setting it up from scratch, and it wasn't bad. I couldn't get it to like play any games or anything, so I was using it on like a HP DV6000 laptop, but I enjoyed the experience though. It was pretty good.
Plus 3 or 4 years ago, there definitely wasn't any Steam, so
right.
Like I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit you. Like, if you want to play Battlefield 4, you want to play Call of Duty, you don't have a choice. You're gonna play it on the Xbox, PlayStation, or Windows.
Yeah.
But the Linux or SteamOS market is just moving at breakneck speeds. Like, I just learned today that Dying Light is coming to Linux.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
BioShock Infinite showed up in our library, then disappeared. They're teasing us.
Yeah, they are. It's such a game tease.
Oh my god! Like, I'm ready for it. I've already beat it, but I will live stream the whole playthrough on Linux just because. Metro 2033 was re-released with the new engine on Linux. Metro Last Light, Borderlands the pre-sequel, and the list keeps growing. And it's not because I think one is better than the other. This is my personal. This I'm not speaking for Atomic or Ubuntu. They have their own agenda and reasons why they do what they do, but I don't think one's better than the other. You use certain tools for certain jobs, is my standpoint. But openness and transparency and freedom, especially when you use something that is such a large symbol of freedom as the internet, you should be using something that represents that on your desktop. That's my personal opinion, and Linux does that. I don't have any corporation telling me what I should and should not do. Like, if I want to change the color of my taskbar and have it be pink and then have my background be green, and then have my windows the Windows borders be like fuchsia, I should just be. It doesn't make any sense, but I should. And
I actually
Linux
like
allows
that color scheme you just described.
Why can't I have that?
exactly, and that's something I battled with Windows for a long time. Like that's what started me down the Linux road because I was like, why can't I change these things? Like when I was young, I asked myself that, why can't I change these things? And it became a political thing. And of course, I don't want to get down the political parts, but it became a social political issue. So that's why I use Linux because it's free. It's not free as in freedom. I can do what I want.
Freedom isn't free.
Hopefully there's no people suicide bombing for Linux.
My thing for Linux is choices. It's just like what we said earlier. Competition in markets is good for everybody. And when there's no competition, it's stifled. Nobody does anything innovative, and everything just sits there, and you end up with, that's how you get the ratcheting screwdriver.
Yep.
You gotta do something different than the other guy, and that's how you end up with these funky little things that you never thought you would need. But then when somebody makes them to differentiate, it's like, wow, how did we live without the smartphone? I'd love to go back to that time myself, but
I still do.
Hey, the Motorola Razr was the shit, y'all. I don't know
Hey,
what you're talking about. The Razr was boss.
Osiris Slang said what you really wanted was an all pink interface.
Hey, what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is 2015.
Man, that's friggin' pimp colors, dude.
Metro. I mean, look at my hat.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see a kitty.
Everybody wants to see a kitty, huh? I guess I can make that happen. Let's see. See if I can do it with my headphones on.
Ooh, torn. Let me look at that. I'm gonna see if that's the same one I'm thinking it is.
Come here.
Samsung. I gotta look it up.
And for the record, I had a smartphone before most people had a smartphone. Before there was an iPhone, I had a Windows 5 phone, y'all.
Dude, I had Windows Mobile.
That shit sucked. It was terrible. But it was
I had a Palm Pre. Or not a Palm Pre. I did have one of those too.
I had a Palm Pre.
those sucked too. Well, for the time they were good.
I had it was a Palm Trio with Windows Mobile on it. And it had the extended battery pack, so the back of it looked like this. Where's my phone? Here, I'm gonna pull out my little dinky phone. It was like trying to talk on this.
Oh god.
Like, hello?
Like, hello?
Those bag phones. The ones with the 12-pound cell phone bag on them.
See, I would willingly carry around a 12-pound bag if they just put a decent battery on a smartphone.
Yeah. You ain't lying.
Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
wanna go
been
out-
an issue.
I want to go out in the wilderness for a month and not charge my phone.
And we could potentially do it, right? It's just like not cost effective.
Well, no,
No, I don't think the technology is right.
I think they
there,
want it
yeah.
to be this little.
Oh,
They don't
yeah,
care.
That's
They
not,
want
it-
yeah.
They
You know-
can't get enough energy into something that small yet.
So make it thicker.
Exactly. I don't care. I don't need my shit to be so thin that when I sit on it, it breaks in half.
Right. I can't believe how good this cat's being. She's usually jumping out of my lap in like 2 seconds.
Look like it's gonna fall asleep.
Yeah.
Take it easy, Slang.
All right, Slang.
All right, Slang.
Tell everybody we said what's up.
Yeah. So yeah, back to the original topic. Steam machines. They are coming to you guys. Watch out for them. GDC 2015 in March is when Valve will officially announce the release of them. Now, is it too little, too late? I don't know. I would like it not to be, but I don't know.
It's gonna come down to the cost.
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
Because right now the only thing that's close to it, and it's selling pretty well, is the Alienware Alpha. It's doing okay.
Yeah. We're actually selling those at
And that was a-
Walmart. Not too bad.
And that was originally a Steam machine.
Yes,
Yep.
it was a Steam machine that Alienware and Dell was like, we gotta do something.
Yeah. They
And-
produced it and they need to make money off of it.
We
So-
sell like the $600 one. We're constantly out of them. Like as soon as we get them in, they're gone, pretty much.
I don't remember who I was talking to last night, but I told them that for this to be anywhere near good, it needs to be a around the $400 mark, for $500 at most.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. I don't want to hear about a Steam machine with 980s in it. That's not a thing. Because if you are willing to take away from your experience and performance by putting it in the living room, anyways, you understand that you're not getting 980 performance. Put a 960 in it for $200, and it's not even $200 for the manufacturers. It's probably like a quarter of the price for the manufacturers. So put a 960 in it. Put an i3 in it. Yep. It doesn't need to be an i5 for the sake of it being an i5, or put an AMD in it. Shit, put an AMD in it to bring the cost down to something reasonable, $300-$400. Then we have now we can have a conversation about this thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
those ridiculously overpowered Steam boxes, like, I just don't see the need for it. If you got a gaming PC, there's no way in hell you would need that. And if you got a console, chances are you still aren't going to want it. I mean,
not for that price.
Yeah, it's just too much money. I mean, for $900, $1,000, you can build a badass gaming rig, or get a PS4 and an Xbox One and a bunch of games for it. So
and the other thing right now is things like the Razer thing that's coming, the streaming thing from Razer, and then the NZXT Doku.
Mm-hmm.
Those are going to be really strong competitors. While me personally, I'd rather have a Steam box that can do all those things and still be a standalone. Because the thing about those, that does stream from your primary computer.
Right.
And it's kind of agnostic. It doesn't care what hardware you're using. But with the Steam machine, you can disconnect from it. You can only connect to it as you need it. You're not solely relying on your main rig. So if something happens to your main rig, you still got your Steam machine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can take your Steam machine with you.
Yep. And it's a hell of a good thing to have in your back pocket, that's for sure.
And not only that, so I don't know if you guys have tried big picture mode lately, but the shit's rock solid.
I haven't.
They've thought of everything. Like it definitely competes. I say it's as good as the PlayStation interface, and almost as good as the Xbox interface. I think the Xbox interface is a lot more consumer friendly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I haven't been on big picture for a couple of months, but even a couple of months ago, it seemed pretty solid.
And
I checked it out.
Valve has hinted at the fact that they will be partnering with people like Netflix and all that, the third-party streaming solutions for video or multimedia and all that stuff, Spotify, that type of stuff. So it will definitely put them on par with that type of thing. And so if you're a more adventurous type of person, you can. And Valve has already said, look, we don't care what you do with this Steam OS. We're going to give you the Steam OS. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. So if you're an adventurous person, you can do something and like take Kodi and put it on it. And Kodi used to be XBMC, Xbox Media Center. And what that is basically a home theater PC interface. So it makes your computer look like a cable box, basically. So you'll get all your cable channels, you'll get your YouTube, you'll get your Netflix, you'll get your Hulu, and you'll get your big picture mode just by clicking on big picture. And you'll have all these things in a $400 rig that's either streamed from your main gaming rig, your beastly triple since Jackalopeater's here, I'm gonna say your triple 290X.
There you go.
That's Tri-Fire, my friend.
Tri-Fire. I am so sorry.
9590.
I am so sorry. the Tri-Fire 290X setup or whatever it may be, and have it, and that can be Windows. I'm not, like I said, I'm not an evangelist. I'm not trying to convert everybody in the world. If that's what you choose, now
you are an evangelist. What are you doing? And that's okay.
Yep.
Linux needs it.
It does. It really does. We need more people to try it. I'm not saying do it. Just try it. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, what I was saying is like what you just said is something that's kind of a lot of the way us Red Team Plus people are. It's give it a shot. Don't dismiss everything. Just work with it.
Well,
but yeah, more people need to try it.
Yeah,
that's the key to learning. You gotta try shit for yourself.
I don't know if I would have tried AMD if I had not gotten that 290X. But I will say that I am extensively surprised and happy with the performance that I got with that 290X.
Yeah.
It was no problem, zero problems. It was excellent, and I had not an issue with it. And I have seen around the internet people had an issue kind of with the that Raptor integration, but I personally love that Raptor integration. I don't know how you guys feel about Raptor, but I thought Raptor is awesome. I wish Linux had Raptor.
I truthfully don't even know what Raptor is, to be completely honest with you.
Bro, what is wrong with you? What are you doing with life? Go try Raptor now. Like, go
That's a
download
bet.
it. raptr.com.
raptr.com, you got it.
Yeah, I've been using Raptor before AMD was even, like for years.
Yeah, I was really surprised when AMD picked it up. I was like, wait, what? That's Raptor. I've been using that forever.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't know what to do with it back then. I just had it. I was like, this is cool. It's got a little guy on it, and it's spelled weird.
Well, let me be honest. My intent, my hidden agenda was because I was a World of Warcraft player. I wanted to know how much time I was losing in life while playing this game. And what was the one before Raptor? X-Fire. So that was the reason I migrated from X-Fire to Raptor because Raptor was better, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. I remember a lot of people didn't really care much for X-Fire at the time.
Embo says that Raptor's kind of buggy. Yeah, it's not perfect. I will give you that. But it is the best thing that it does that's out, really. Like,
I'll give it a try.
I don't know if there's another choice for it. I don't think there is another choice.
Jack OJC wants to know what our thoughts are on Steam Greenlight and regulations on games, basically. I'm assuming he's probably talking about hatred specifically.
All right.
What are our thoughts on that?
Atomic, I think me and Atomic have a unique position on this because Steam Greenlight accounts for a lot of the Linux games.
It does.
Yes, and they need to kill Steam Greenlight. Fucking with a mighty fucking axe, kill it, please, because it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, on the last topic, if I were to get a Steam machine just for broadcasting from my main PC, I would probably choose a Gigabyte Bricks or some comparably small and cheap device.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. Something like that does make a lot of sense.
Yes.
I want that. So, Steam machines, do you think the machine itself is going to be bigger or the controller is going to be bigger?
I think the controller will be bigger than
Then the machine, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to say it. I don't even want it to come out my mouth because we're
Yeah.
I like Linux, but I don't even see a place for it. Like, what people would buy this? What kind of people would buy this?
You talking about the machine itself?
Yeah, the machine. Like, who is this for?
How about
Yeah.
this? It's for people who, this is my theory on it. All right, people who have like basic store-bought computers that like to play certain games and they can't quite run them, they could spend the extra $100 and get a machine that can run them and handle most of their media. How about that?
Well, the basis of the Steam machine is that it's a low-power, small unit that piggybacks off of your main desktop rig. Who it's designed for is for us, the gamers, who sit in front of our computer, and it's trying to move us to the couch.
Right, which I don't get because I hate gaming on a big screen, and so
Says the guy with
Well, I think the premise is that if you can get a PC gamer to the couch, you can widen the market even more and kind of merge and meld the market between console and PC. But the thing with PC gamers I think PC gamers are much more dedicated gamers. Just look at the number of hours in StarCraft, World of Warcraft, League of Legends, Team Fortress, and CSGO. Those don't compare. They don't even come close to comparing to the amount of numbers that are on console. Yes, console has more people and more sales, but the dedication I think is much more on PC.
What? As far as I know, doesn't Steam have actually more users than PlayStation Network?
I think
Yes.
Steam has more users than both networks combined.
I could probably agree with that, yeah.
User count, and I'm not trying to defend the consoles or bash on Steam, but and I've heard, watching the tag show, you guys, because I watch it every week. I'm such a fanboy. I do. It's one of my favorite shows. You pointed out before in the show how crappy the Steam, um, like hardware gathering, the Steam, it says so many users use this particular hardware setup, but you don't know how often they take it, what kind of pool they're taking it from, and when they say Steam users, is that registered users, active users? Um,
That is users. That is active users within the last month. Because for that poll to happen, you have to start Steam. The poll will randomly generate and pop up. Once it pops up, whether you're on Linux, Mac, or OS X, what it does is it will poll your hardware, and then
okay,
you just say yes, and then it sends it.
okay,
Uh, so it is active within the last month. Yes,
okay. So whenever it says Steam users, it's going over the previous month.
yes, yes.
Okay, that was my biggest question. Like, is it anybody who's ever signed on to Steam? Is it people that have used it once and never touched it again?
It's probably comprised of some of those numbers, but
It's definitely within the last month. When you talk about the hardware surveys, it's within the last month, and it's a random survey. My problem with the survey is that it may be accurate and scientific to Valve because Valve has a lot more insight into what is going on. But to me, I don't know. Like, where are these users? Are these users from Russia? Are the users United
yeah.
States? Are they Asian? Because I'm pretty sure like that the users from Russia and Asia would be much different than the ones in North America. Like North
Yeah.
America is,
You
th-
expecting them to have lower end hardware, or
I would have to expect them.
Maybe
Yes,
connections
their connections will
or
be better, and I think like a place like Russia, the hardware would be lower because Russia has a pretty detrimental fucking economy. It is bad, and the prices are higher because the U.S. so basically what you need to do is take the U.S. dollar conversion and convert it to a different country, and you can tell whether these U.S. based companies are doing well in that area. So like you see a lot of people complain like, why does this cost so much here? Because it's an American product or something that's targeted towards North America, and that plays a huge factor also.
that. So, well, I guess we can go ahead and start wrapping things up now. Been going on for about a little over an hour, I think. Once again, would everybody like to go around and give yourself a good old-fashioned shameless promotion?
Atomic.
Um,
Start with the new guy.
yeah, Osirez has actually introduced me to a website where you can just put all of your links. Player.me/TheAtomicAss.
Oh, okay.
You can find my Twitter, Hitbox, Twitch, YouTube, and everything else.
I'm gonna go check that out.
I'm gonna
Me.
just put the link in the chat, bro. Put the link in the chat.
Yeah, we could get on some of that.
There we go.
Oh, nice. Appreciate it, Atomic.
I'll do the same. Yeah, that has all my links. Facebook, G Plus, Android. Why'd I say that? Hitbox, Steam, Twitch,
You
Twitter.
have a you have an
I have
Android
an,
link?
yeah, man. I got an Android. It's called the Pimp OS.
What? Yes.
Yeah. Anyways,
Very nice.
yeah, you can find me there. Well, no, you can find me there. I'm so distracted now. You'll find all my links there, and you can follow me. Follow me on Twitter. That's the best way to know what's going on, what I'm doing, and what I'm doing next.
My turn.
Your turn, sir.
Sorry, I was talking to chat.
Oh,
Of course, as always, I'm Keith at Jackalopeater everywhere. If there's somewhere you want to go and find me, I'm there and under that name. And yeah, so YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, I don't do Facebook so much,
Yeah,
but
I
mostly
dropped it like a bad habit.
yeah, mostly on Twitter and YouTube. So hit me up. Later.
What? All right, this will be the end, guys. Thanks everybody for stopping by and hanging out, and be sure to go follow all these awesome guys. We're definitely gonna have more of this to come next Saturday around the same time. We're gonna shoot for another tech talk. We're gonna try to have everybody's always welcome back. You know, we're gonna try to always throw new people into the mix, and as always, everybody be sure to stay on the cutting edge, and everybody have a great night. And thanks again for tuning in. And that's right. All right.
We weren't supposed to see that.
That's all good. All right, everybody. Have a good